Hi guys, it's me, Jocelyn again, and for this video that I will be dedicated to Women's History Month in March of 2026, I shall be covering episode 2 of season 1 of the great show Carmen Sandiego. And the episode is called Fading Enough, Becoming Carmen Sandiego Part 2. And before I get into the episode itself, let me just say, I told you I had this hat. I told you I would use it for the next episode of the show. And I'm probably going to use it again when I talk about the Indiana Jones movies, one by one. So, it leads off with, it continues on with the part where, Carmen, a young Carmen is thrown away on the first mission of her classmates to steal, the Eye of Vishnu from a dig site in Morocco. And we find out something that's quite disturbing about Claire. Carmen's little white hat hacker friend that she met in one of her rooms in the pile place, the Violet Island. It turns out that the hacker, the player, has been keeping tabs on Carmen, all the time. And because she is on the island, she can't receive any transmissions or put anything out there. So, the fact that he contacted her directly right after she left the airspace of the island tells me that this guy is constantly watching her every movement. Therefore, he must be a stalker or something, which is bad news. I think. I know they try to say that it's a good cause and stuff, but he's still monitoring her every move whenever she goes off the main bio canvas. So to me that the thing red plastic lights. So anyway, they go into the island dig site on the coast of Morocco, I should say, and he's near the city of Casablanca, which, surprisingly enough, I haven't seen that movie. Of all the movies I've seen, I never saw that one. But it's on my to-do list. Yeah, I know about all the movie, all the famous phrases that belong for quite a bit too. So yeah, I know of it. I just never saw it, the whole thing. I hear it's good. But anyway, during the actual fight on over the gemstone, the two guys, one Spanish and one French guy, which I never got the impression that they were gay in the first, go around when I saw the show for the first time. But I could definitely see how people might interpret their romance as being, gay, which is no big deal. And let's see here. They have Graham Crackle in there that he says a little bit tongue there from Sun to kill, with the intention of killing the main digger, if you will. I mean, the main archaeological head there, and he missed it because of Carmen's interference, causing him to hit Tigress. Yet there were 4 original people going there. 2 guys, Graham and Tigress. So when they chose the last one, they showed like a little crater on the type of on the brick wall behind the guy who was supposed to be the target. But like I said, Carmen made a mini miss. Now this brings me up to a good point in the show. You know, even though the animation and action are pretty good, it's gotta be what was the word for it? It's gotta be more tame than the average. Your average action show, because there can't be any blood for kids to watch and what, you know, an educational type TV show. So they have to make it so that it's kid friendly. No actual blood in the thing, but I'm sure that if Grimm's blast had hit that guy, there wouldn't be much of a blood hustle of the guy. It'd be like Cell from the Cell games, you know, getting blasted by the teleportation Kamehameha. Yeah. The instant transmitted Kamehameha, in which his whole body disintegrated. And it would have been very messy indeed. But anyway, they have they have them steal the gem for Vile. And we learned that Vile is not in fact valuable imports or diverse exports. But it's actually a lot more villainous than that. And that it's supposed to be villainous International League of Evil. So basically Trump's border peace. Also same matter, the main people that actually fight against this group of people is the Acme Corporation, you know, the same one that sells Wile E. Coyote, all those misguided traps and goodies and all kinds of stuff like that there. Also, in the end of the episode, we get a hint that the Chief will be in the show too. And she is in the show too. But I'm sure that at this point that the actress that plays the Chief on the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego TV show, the acapella one, was probably long gone by that. Well, unfortunately, because she was a pretty good, well-known voice in the show. But the actress, they got to play her, did a pretty good stand-up job at doing it too. But I can tell the difference. Anyway, they have her in there, and they say that they also have the original music for Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego in an elevator scene in the show too, in the episode. It's couple of Easter eggs that I'm sure that most people won't pick up on. I know that if I didn't listen to the actual game show theme, I'm sure I probably wouldn't pick up on it because this comes before the acapella one. It says, "Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego, Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?" Like, it's quicker than the acapella one. So anyway, they also do like more a flashback as to how Carmen came into got free from Vile and how she became to steal from the bad guys. Rather than just being a regular thief, that steals for her own pleasure and her own goodness and rage and stuff. She steals from the bad guys, so that makes it more acceptable, more morally great. And I would say that of all the interpretations of the character of Carmen Sandiego, I would say that this is probably the weirdest interpretation of it, but it's more in sync with the character than you would believe, because the main character was like she was definitely like pure evil, she wanted to kill people and she wanted to destroy stuff. She just wants to steal stuff for the thrill of the chase, more or less. And she leaves clues for the people to find the gumshoes, that being the audience and us. So, yeah. But she never goes full goody shoes on these things. So this is about the most good character she'll ever be. Anyway, he have her have to steal the bank account for the account of stuff to be stolen for Vile, and that kind of thing for the next year, and they'll probably bankrupt them too. Now, there's also I learned about the names of the characters and they do, except for the Coach Bella, something like J or something about it. Anyway, there's Professor Maelstrom, that's like the head of it. No relation to my channel, by the way. There's Professor Bellum, or actually Dr. Bellum, is the one that does all the scientific gadgets and stuff of the group. And then you have Shah-san, which I talked about earlier in the first episode. And you got Madame Cleo, or Miss Cleo, I should say. And whenever I think of Miss Cleo, I think of this person. I think of the scam artist that put on the fake Jamaican accent from the 90s, who always say, that I'm gonna read your fortune over the phone. And it was a big scam because she was a Charleston. But anyway, she teaches Carmen how to use everything, and they all teach her how to do certain things in violent stuff. And it's like the coach or to deal with her more martial arts skills and more toward physical altercation than anything else. Whereas everyone else is more about stealth, thievery, disguises, gadgets, that kind of thing. So it would make sense that she's wouldn't get too much influence from the coach because she's a gentleman thief, a lady thief, in that she doesn't really compete to main people. She just wants to steal stuff and get away with it too. So that's really fun, really cute. That something to watch again. So anyway, she had to do this viral account, this hard drive, and he has to sneak around the inner workings of the school and like the behind the scenes of the school. She's tired of it all, and she has to steal from this girl, Cookie. That's the viral organization's bookie, accountant. And the woman carries around a big hard drive out in the open. Like, if I were carrying a hard drive in it, that important, I would put that thing in like a safe deposit box or a briefcase or something. I wanted to carry it out there because dust can get in there. It could drop it, could fall into water, for example. So she also gets followed by the mime. My favorite operative besides Carmen herself. And it's so funny because Master Mime is over there in the hallway, just wait for her to pass it by. It's so funny that Mime is like chilling, just waiting for someone to pass it by. I don't know how long it was implied that he was there for. But when two women go by, Carmen talks to him, and of course he ain't got to see him because he's a mime, for Christ's sake. But she gets on like he's doing the fist by work, and she locks him into a supply closet. And she also picks up one little pocket, a toolkit. That's almost the exact same shape as the hard drive that the woman's carrying around. Even though I think it should be more secure, or she should have like a handcuff to it or something around her wrist, in case someone steals it. So anyway, they do that. She talks to the woman in the elevator. It's much like she jams the toolkit into the elevator door to keep it open. So just by that extreme effort alone, it should raise some alarm bells inside the woman's head. Cookie, her head. Say that this girl is very, very desperate to get into my elevator shaft. Why, wouldn't that read some kind of alarm bells, or it's kind of a question of caution? So anyway, she did the old switcheroo with the toolkit and the hard drive while she's talking to the woman, and then the woman finds out later on that it's that she's been had by Carmen. So one very important thing is that during this scene, when they're riding the elevator, you can hear the original theme for Where in the World of Carmen Sandiego. That's really fun. There's a lot of Easter eggs in and the so forth. But there's one thing that I didn't really predict on. And he's two of my favorite teachers in the whole school, adults. And that being the cleaners, which I missed from the first episode. They're the equivalent of the show's version of Scruffy the Janitor from Futurama. And they're pretty much twins. I believe that's probably like high operatives work for Acme. But anyway, the two Scruffies end up having to clean Carmen. And they're on the lookout for the girl Carmen. And the Professor Maelstrom talks to Cookie about the breach and security. He has her he gives her permission to leave because she's not in the proper. So that's when Carmen decides to take her coat and a fedora hat. Yet the iconic red hat and the coat, the overcoat, are found here, and that's where she picks it up. And she also steals the girl's heels, and she left tied up in one of the locker room closets. Now it's real funny that this girl takes the accountant's high heels, because first of all, I would imagine that wearing heels that are too big for your feet would be a big fashion no-no, that you can't walk around with them. And second of all, I would think that any file operative would be so evil as to see a tied up woman with ankles bound and tickle her silly. But that's just me. Anyway, the girl escapes, being taken care by the cleaners, to Scruffy the Janitors, and to make a nice clean break for the boat. One ticket out of there for safety, and the only one that I just figure out that it's her is shouts on Coach Brunt. Coach Brunt tells them that it's Black Sheep. So anyway, she she escaped and last minute with the boat, that she finds the key for on the captain's person, and Chad's on top of it, looking at her on the dock saying, "I'll get you next time." And this is actually pretty funny because he has like the skills and the agility of, say, a ninja, right? I would think that when she pushed the throttle forward and looped all the way forward again, I would think that that'd be the perfect time to actually jump on the boat from the dock for a shadow. But I guess not. I guess he didn't feel in the mood at the time. So then you see her dealing with the vital hard drive and with the leaked pride and joy and safety and security, because they thought that that'd be possible for any person to evade them and get away from them. because they're on an island surrounded by big water. And apparently they're on the Canary Islands. So the moment that Carmen gets out of the range of jammers and whatnot, the stalker player talks to Carmen and says you're free. So anyway, she also mentioned that let's see, well, they it stopped with the flashback, but Charlotte looked kind of forlorn that she got away. We're kind of happy because I know what happened in the future episodes. So anyway, it did show him like that, and then it cut to the future where she's more seasoned and much more experienced at thievery. And they show her with Gray over there. Still came from the first episode, and then she finishes her recap, and then there's a little extra scene in which she disarms Graham and leaves him for Sergeant Chase or Detective Chase, and his partner, the girl, is over there talking to another woman operator at Acme, and they're discussing all the treasure and stuff that was stolen, and that they found that the Irish dude in the couch cushions, like they wanted, like Carmen wanted to find it because she wanted it to be returned to where it belonged in a museum or a cultural center. The even player said, you're gonna just let it go. And this is kind of weird coming from a white hat hacker, but whatever. She's like a female version of Robin Hood, but more red, of course. Anyway, they show the Grid gets captured by the police and the authorities, and she gets her treasure back too. The most precious thing to her lifestyle, the Russian nesting dolls from my childhood, and she notices that there's a tracker on there from Vile, so she puts that onto a passing boat. It kind of reminded me of when they did that on the not the Sopranos, but something else. So they put like a tracker that was meant for a person put on a moving vehicle going in the opposite direction to lead the authorities somewhere else. But anyway, it showed that player has the hard drive, and that she's gonna for all the wild operations from then on to be a thorn in her side because she doesn't like all the evil and violence they perpetuate. So yeah, I like this episode. I like all the little throwback to the original version of the character. I just like her in general. But one thing I don't like is that the name Carmen Sandiego, that's not her name. It turns out that she looked in the brim of her hat and she sees the name Carmen on there, and then it's founded in Sandiego, California. So I know I know I don't like that idea. I think that she should just come up with a new name by herself without being influenced by anything else. But I got a question if that if that if that company really does exist out of San Diego. And she's about to throw her head away, but that's the idea. So anyway, yeah. I like the way she always puts family heirlooms and friendship over monetary things like jewels and and that treasure and all that, and paintings and art and all that stuff. Which, by the way, I know that she's supposed to be like super athletic and all that, but how is it possible for her to move all the heavy stuff like sculptures and things like that nature, even large paintings? How could she do that by herself without hiring a bunch of people to do it for her? She's only one person, and a very attractive person at that. For a cartoon. So how she able to move without letting other people know about it? It's kind of like the secret of Batman being able to dig and set up that cave without anybody in the construction business knowing about what he done. Anyway, I thank you for watching my little review of the second episode of the first season of Carmen Sandiego, which is appropriately enough and original enough called Becoming Carmen Sandiego Part 2. I did this for Women's History Month in March of 2026. As such, I give this episode a happy feast at Singapore because it's awesome. The geography lessons and the archaeological lessons the kids can learn, just incredible. Beside the movie, you wouldn't know anything about Casablanca or anything else for that matter about the world. So that's pretty fascinating. And the next adventure will be in the Indonesian island of Java, which I like. I like the fact that these young people do what the next treasure hunt will be about. In Indonesia, China, Australia, the various countries of Africa, Middle East, etc., etc. Also, it's fun to note that they also expand upon cultures and items and things like that you probably wouldn't know about. Everyone knows about the Louvre in Paris. Everybody knows about the Smithsonian. But hardly anybody would ever find out about the other museums in the world. Anyway, if you guys like what you see here and you want more of my stuff in my channel, you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also contacting for any future information on my future stuff by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707. Or if you like, you can always follow me on Twitter or X if you prefer to call that at PNelsonPro. You can also get me on my email at jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, I salute anybody that likes the show. It's good animation, good action, and I like the way Carmen and Sandiego implied that she wanted Gray to become her boyfriend because she wanted him to be on her side of this vile war thing there. So it's quite possible that they would have been together if he had gone with her, or he would have gone, if she would just stay with Violet. It would have been together. And that would be okay by my book. Because I think it would be a cute couple. I don't believe that Carmen Sandiego character would ever with anybody. But that would have been fun too. Anyway, peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video. All you girls and guys in Interland. Sayonara, adios, na Venus.